Hello everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Husband Quotes, the channel for marriage advice, marriage entertainment, and everything else marriage. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel.
I have been, like, where I am in my house is where I love to be, and it's peaceful. Ain't nobody bothering me. I ain't bothering nobody. It's just peaceful, and that's the way I like it to be. But I will say, you really are tested with your growth when it comes to being put in situations that test you. You're gonna fail or pass. For me, it's I may fail once, I'm not failing again. I'm not gonna fall for the same thing twice. So, you know, what does that look like? You have to be willing to evaluate yourself. Keep it real with yourself, with where you are. Keep it real with yourself with where you're still growing. And then do the work to grow in that area, whatever it is. Put in the work to grow. So, yeah, it works. It works. I woke up today very happy. I ain't have no migraine. I ain't have no headache, because about 2 weeks ago, I had a headache for a day. Well, about a week and a half, I had a headache for a day and a half. I said, I can't let nothing be taking me out for a day and a half. I got too much stuff to do to be down for a day and a half with a migraine over some stuff of people that I don't even deal with, for real, and I don't talk to. So, no, it's a no for me. So you got to protect your peace. That's my point. You got to protect your peace. You have to protect your energy. You have to protect where you are. You have to protect all of that at whatever cost. I don't care what it is. Period. Can't let nobody, take you through the ringer. You got to protect yourself, and especially if you have babies. Your babies feel your energy. So it's important for you to be able to have a calm spirit when you're with them. You should be calm. You should be happy. They should feel that. They should feel the love. It's so funny because my son does something now. He just started doing this. I'll be like, what? So I done kind of caught on to it, and I done picked up on it because he's done it. And after like the second time, I was like, okay. So what he'll do is, he'll say, come here, Mom, let me tell you something. And at first he got me the first couple of times, you know what I'm saying? He's like, let me tell you something. I'm thinking he's gonna tell me something about one of his siblings undid or something. As soon as I've been down to listen, he kisses me right here on the cheek. He kisses me right here on the cheek. So he did it this morning too, but I knew what it was because I already know. Now I know. So, but I still been down and let him kiss. He did it twice this morning. He did it when he first got up. Then he did it when we was getting ready to leave. I mean, So my point is, your children can feel love. They can feel peace. They can feel happiness. Those are all things that we can't touch, but we should be able to feel. And don't ever dare think that your children are not old enough or aware enough, because these kids are a lot more aware this day and age than it was probably when we were younger. Even though then we were aware of stuff too. But now, it's a whole nother level. So what I will say is, they are aware. You have to be just careful about the energy that you have. I talk to my kids about energy. I talk to them about making sure that they're being respectful, but that they're also being respected. I talk to them about a lot of things. Someone DM'd me and was like, wow, you're talking to your kids about the chakras. I didn't learn that until I was in my late 20s, I think is what she said. I can imagine how far along I'd be if I learned about that when I was 10, like your daughter is. And so, I talk to them about a lot of things, for sure. They know how to meditate. Yeah, all of that. I talk to them about speaking things into existence and faith and all that stuff. Absolutely. And it's funny because then they go to school, sharing that stuff with their friends. You need to use your throat chakra because the teacher asked you 3 times what you didn't understand. I said, what you say, Mariah? I said, that's right, baby. That's right. That's right. So, I think sometimes we have to, remember that as parents, God has gifted us with these souls that we're responsible for, and it's up to us to guide them, right? And to make sure that whatever their purpose here is in this lifetime, that it's fulfilled, and that's through guidance. Parenting is literally, it's a lot, but that's what we're supposed to do. That doesn't mean shutting them down every time they have an opinion and want to talk. You allow your children to talk. None of my children are going to grow up and be people who don't talk or are afraid of expressing themselves. Then we look at it and we talk about how there are so many men who can't speak up or won't speak up, who feel a certain way, and instead of talking about it, they run out and do other things instead of sharing with their spouse what they're feeling. When all they've been told is, hush, shut your mouth, hush, shut your mouth. So, you know, what you think they're gonna grow up to be as adults? They're gonna be quiet 9 times out of 10. Not know how to handle tough conversations. When my children talk, they have to break down to me if they feel something different than what I'm saying. It's okay, so why do you feel that way? Support what you're saying. Why do you feel that way? And sometimes they say stuff and I be like, you know what? Shoot, I'm kind of rolling with you. Shit. I agree with what you said. Sometimes by the time they done, I be like, shoot, you right though. Okay, I be like, okay, I feel it. I can feel it. They be like, you feel it, Mom? I be like, yeah. You know what? We gonna do that. We gonna do that. I like it. So, you know, sometimes they come with some good stuff. Shoot, I be like, shoot, y'all do kind of sound better. You got some good points. You know, so conflict resolution begins at a young age. Absolutely. Absolutely. Period. That's probably why I'm the way I am too. I know I saw my mom on here a minute ago. I don't know if she's still on here. Lord, I'm being good though. So, you know, she can stay on here today. Hey, Mama, if you're watching. But when I was a kid, I remember my mother used to let me express myself the same way my children express themselves. And, yeah, she did. She used to let me express myself. I had to back it up, you know. But she didn't just shut me down. And it wasn't like because I'm the mama and you're the child. So this is what it is. My mother wasn't like that. So, yeah. So that I'm the same way with mine when it comes to that. And now as an adult, people know when it comes to me, I'm vocal. I can express myself. I'm not afraid to express myself. I'm confident in what I say, but it all starts at an early age, hands down. Hands down. So if you have small children, don't shut them up. Let them speak. Teach them how to speak. Teach them how to think. Teach them how to think. It works. It works. Train up a child in more ways than one. Absolutely. If y'all just coming on here, I came on here today because I had a gift, and it's this, which is some popcorn from Posner Cosmetics, Carol and Randy. They sent this to Malia, Mariah, Milani, and Tank, so they're gonna have a good little time. Valentine's Day gift they got from them. So they're gonna have a good little time eating that today. And you know, I'll tell anyone, if you're dating, thinking about dating, make sure you ask the right questions. So one of my questions would be, have you been to therapy for childhood traumas? Because we've all had some, every one of us. And a lot of times those childhood traumas are affecting us and we don't even realize it, but it's projected. You see it in different relationships that you have, friendships that you have. So have you been to therapy? I need to know. Oh, okay. Have you? What was it like growing up in your household? Oh, okay. So your father worked a lot. Okay. So then you start thinking, okay, so are you gonna work a lot? Never hardly be home because you chasing $1, because that's what you saw and that was what was shown as love to you, right? You gotta ask the right question. I don't know if nobody gonna even be able to sit through all the questions. Through all the questions I have. What are your parenting skills like? What do you feel about corporal punishment? What do you feel about raising your voice? What do you feel like? It's all that stuff matters when you're talking about dating somebody. Y'all better be asking the questions. Don't get all caught up in la la land. Then you end up dating or falling for somebody that you don't even know. Because you didn't ask no questions. You met somebody, they were nice, they looked good, they seemed successful, and now we're in la la land. No. Ask the right questions. Period. And if anybody don't want to answer them, then they don't even need to be talking to you anyway. I had a whole conversation yesterday with somebody, and they're just a friend, literally just a friend. And I asked a whole bunch of questions just because I'm curious. I be wondering how people grew up and all that stuff now, so I just be asking questions. He answered all of them. I was like, okay. And it was a good conversation. But yeah, he answered all the questions. Yeah. And I was just asking because I was curious. So, okay, so where are you from? Oh, okay, so what was it like growing up in your house? Then it came, my emotional side comes from my dad and from my mom, because my dad really didn't, show much emotion. Oh, okay. See, those are things you need to know, so you can start seeing who you really getting and dealing with. And it's so important who you allow in your space. And allow, they can lie, anybody can lie, but you won't say that I didn't ask. It won't be me, let me tell you something. You're right, next level balloons. People can lie. And so you need to have the spirit of discernment and have your spiritual game on point so your intuition can kick in. Furthermore, you lying to me versus me not asking you the questions, them two different things. I may look like a fool in the end, but it won't be because I didn't try to do my part. And I just floated away in la la land on something that I thought was something. And let me tell you, don't ever, for y'all out here trying to date people, let me tell y'all, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't think you gonna run them away. Don't think it's too deep. Nah, it ain't too deep. You talking about being around me, getting any of my energy, any of that, no questions too deep. I needs to know, okay? I want y'all to take some time today and think about any of your previous relationships and how you wasn't asking stuff in the beginning, not the right questions. Then you be over there heartbroken and hurt. You ain't ask the right questions and then pay attention to the right signs. We've all done it. I'm guilty too. So, but moving forward, when you take some time to heal, to reflect, all of that kind of stuff, you have to think, okay, what could I have done? What could I have done? What should I have done? You got to ask yourself. You got to ask yourself, where did I drop the ball? And a lot of times it's because we get caught up in this person that's presented to us and we don't ask the right questions. We don't look at family history. None of that. You have to. I asked, they just lied. Some of them gonna lie. But shoot, at least you ask. And then you better ask God to give you that discernment. Period. What's your advice on dating a narcissist? Don't date one. Don't date one. Bye. Bye. I mean, narcissists lack empathy. So I would never again in my life be with someone who doesn't understand my pain or understand hurt, or they lack empathy. It's bye. No. Because if you can do something and despite it hurting people that you say you love or care about the most, and you can keep doing it despite that, you're unable to even feel. So no. Tell them bye. If you know they're a narcissist, look it up. You'll see all them signs. You better tell them, oh, unfortunately, I have decided that this will not work for me. So I've made the decision that we're going to have to end this situationship, friendship, relationship, whatever it is. I wouldn't date a narcissist. Am I filming right now, this moment? No, I'm at home by myself, chilling. What can we expect from this season that you can tell us? Nothing. I ain't telling nothing. Let me tell you something. I don't tell nothing. Would I ever get married again? That's a good question. It's a tough question. Dang. I think love is beautiful. And I love love. I think it's amazing. And I'm not gonna say that I would never get married again, because I know how it feels to fall in love with somebody and want to, get married and all that stuff and spend the rest of your life together. So you hope. But what I will say is, it's not a priority for me. Real talk, it's not a priority. Yeah, it's just not. I'm good. I've been enjoying my time with myself. It's amazing. Let me tell y'all something. There's something beautiful when you get to a point where you don't feel like the only way you can be happy is by having a significant other. Even though that's what society likes to put on us, is that you gotta have a man, you gotta have a woman to truly be happy. I have truly learned to be happy with me and my kids. Like, that's enough. I've learned that. So I don't wake up thinking, oh God, when are you gonna send me another husband? No, I'm good. I like it just the way it is right now. It's wonderful. Don't need a man for validation. Don't need a man to make me feel happy and to make me feel whole. No, I'm over here making myself whole by myself. Whole. Yeah. Get over the cheating. You have to do your own customized self-healing journey to get you past that kind of betrayal. Anytime you're betrayed by someone who, you know, people will say that's the closest person to you or that you've loved the most, or you really have to spend the time and put in the work to get to a place of healing. You have to do that. You have to do that. And it doesn't happen overnight, but I can tell you this, depending on how many times, each time something is done to you, it pulls a piece of your heart away each time. So by the time you finally walk away, you may be good and done. I'll be honest, once I left and walked away, I was good and done after that. I ain't never thought about going back. It was already, at that point, I was out, over it. So, my divorce is so intense, and I'm so glad that I had my siblings and friends to help me. Now, absolutely, that's the thing I did too. I started spending a lot of time, when I first left, I spent a lot of time with my friends, with my family. Thank you for the badge, NC Confidential. Thank you guys for buying badges. I guess y'all liking this talk today. So I definitely spent a lot of time with my friends and family, just enjoying me. Going out, having drinks here and there, you know, brunch, and just enjoying life. Stop making songs about the man. Very much, Zena, I'll make as many songs as I want to, baby girl. As many as I want to, however long I want to. Don't get it twisted. As many as I want for however long that I choose. And if you don't like it, you don't have to be here. And you don't have to listen. Facts. Once I was out, I was done. Do you ever get lonely and want that male attention? Very rarely. Very rarely. I tell people, like, lonely is not, alone is not lonely. So very rarely. I think God really, like, real talk, I cuddle up with my baby every night. Every night. So that, a lot of times y'all just be wanting people to cuddle with at night. I'm gonna be honest, y'all just be wanting that body heat. A lot of times. Yep, y'all be just wanting body heat. And somebody to cuddle up with. Child, you gotta find you a bear that plug up, that light. No, please don't cuddle with nothing that plugs up and electrocute yourself through the night. I was gonna say find you a bear to plug up and get warm and cuddle up with that bear. No, like, so because I cuddle up with my sugar mama every night, so I'm good. I don't think about it. I'm not missing a body. Somebody said body heat, shoot, use pillows, you'll be all right. I know that's real, because look, let me tell you, by the time you have somebody that don't need to be coming over to your house, cuddling up with them, whatever else, who knows, and then you be feeling some kind of way the next few months. No. No. That pillow would have cost you less energy, less stress. Oh, y'all so funny. Oh my gosh, y'all are so funny. So proud of your coach. You're so beautiful in every area. Oh, thank you so much. I feel you, but nobody wants to be 70 and alone. See, that's the thing. This is so funny to me. Nobody wants to be 70 and alone. So sometimes people like stay in situations that ain't good because they thinking like, I don't want to be old and alone. Child, I don't want to be 70 and stressed. I don't want to be 70 and stressed. I don't want to be 70 and unhappy. How about that? We gotta switch that thing around. God dang. Because you can be 70 and have somebody with you and still be alone. Let's be clear. Don't stay and fall for the okie doke because you think you're going to be old and alone. Don't do it. Don't do it. 70 and old and unhappy and alone and not at peace. Miss me with that. Just being honest. Being honest. No, it's okay. But I had to get used to this. I'll be honest. I've spent the most time by myself than I've ever spent in my life by myself. I'll tell anyone, I was always doing stuff, performing, pageants, church. So I was always around people. And I have a large family, so I was always around people. This is the most I've ever been alone. But it's been great. I've learned so much about myself. I've grown so much, as a person, as a human, spiritually, mentally. I've grown so much. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. Just real talk. I feel amazing. Are you allowed to speak on the guys' ATL trip, or do we have to wait for the next season? Now, I have nothing to say about the guys' trip. Honestly, I don't have no comments. Not at all.